Hello everyone, it's your one and only boy Genius out at the range today here on this first day of 2025. I have the Bul Armory Axe Cleaver back out at the range today because when I put up the initial few reviews, I really didn't think that it would really get all that much traction or what have you, just another Glock clone, and I like the Bul Armory products. I have their 1911s and just the Israeli made stuff, and I really like them a lot. They've always been good to me. The brand's always been good to me. I had no problems with this. I talked about how the frame or the lower here was a lot more ergonomical and made more sense. The memory pads here was in a better location than was on the RXM, and how that I enjoyed shooting it more than I did the RXM. Now, it's not optic ready, and again, I have two other videos up on this, so I invite you to go over and check them out. The serrations, I talk about those. I talk about the frame, the trigger, and the sights, and again, the fact that it's not optic ready. I will try to get it on the table a little bit, but I try to put what rounds I'm going to put through it before I get it over on the table. This gun has not been oiled, has not been lubed. You'll just have to take my word for that if it's worth anything to you. I did take this slide off and put it on the RXM. So technically, because I was having some issues with it feeding on the RXM lower, and I did drop a few drops of oil in the back here, thinking that maybe that had something to do with it. Turns out I just changed the ammunition I was using and it ran fine. But so I guess technically it did have a few drops of oil in the back in the slide rails here. But other than that, it hasn't been cleaned, no cleaning, carbon buildup on the feed ramp, all of that good stuff. So I've got 200 rounds through it so far. I have my P mags loaded up. I have my Glock mags, and then the Bul Armory mags that came with it, which are essentially Glock mags, Glock 19 mags, which totals up to 104 rounds, and that's what I'm going to put through it today. And the reason I decided to do that is because in the comments, when some folks were talking about it, most people said, "Hey, I love my Bul Armory," and then some other folks obviously was berating me because of me having said I liked it better than the RXM and what a joke that was and all that stuff. But people, if they're a fanboy of something, they'll knock off on a staccato if you say it's better than one that they're a fan of. So I didn't really pay that much attention, but there was a couple of people that actually seemed to want to be constructive and whatnot, said that they had theirs, they liked it a lot, but then the slide begun to rust. They didn't keep up with the cleaning schedule, I guess. The slide began to rust, and several people said they had some issues or something with the trigger not resetting or malfunctioning or something. I'm not really sure, but that it happened with time. I think one guy said his happened over about, I think he said 400 rounds, if I remember correctly. Another guy said he got about 600 or 650 through his, and he started noticing some rust and stuff like that. And then I think one other person said that he started having some going back into battery issues after 300 or 400 rounds. So I thought, with that being the case, that I would just start bringing it out to the range each time I come out to film other stuff, and just put rounds through the gun and see what happens. See if any of those things happen. See if it rusts. See if if the trigger seizes up, or if we start having feeding issues, and let's just see what happens. Haven't been out to the range in about 10 days, man. That's a little wild for me, just getting over a little something. So we did have a little something go on right there now. I ejected that round out, but I can't find it. I'll try to find it off camera here in a minute. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I don't know if I don't see a full round on the ground, so I don't know if it just didn't eject. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so that's 21 round P mag. I'm really not sure what happened. Usually if a full round hits the ground here, let's see, here it is. Let's see if it ever hit that round. Yeah, it did. It hit that round, but here it is again, another one of them Fiocchi rounds. So I'm certain that it's the ammunition that's doing that. So we'll just keep running it and see what happens. Man, I cannot stand those white dot rear sights there. I hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. I like the blacked out rear sights. So we had something else happen there. So it did hit it again, and it is the Fiocchi round again. So I feel like I'm just getting some of that ammunition out of that box. I mean, it's a good hit. I mean, I'll overlay the little video like I normally do so you guys could see it. I mean, it's a really good hit. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I hope that whatever's going on, that I hurry up and get that stuff out of there, because you know how people can be. Nah, there's something wrong with that gun. And who knows? It might be. Might be something wrong with the gun. I don't know. Could have some light primer strikes. Could be some build up in the channel with the firing pin. Because like I said, it hasn't been clean. Well, didn't expect that, did you? So I got 2 more mags here, and I guess, see, I said it was going to be 104, so we'd be at what would that be, 304 instead of 300, but I've got 3 sitting there that didn't go bang. If I get one more, then heck, you might just get 300. But I mean, I feel like, just from what I know, just as much as I have put down range, I must have grabbed a handful of those Fiocchis out of there. I thought I had most of them gone, but every single one of them is the same round. So, and the rest of what I'm shooting is, let's see here. So it's the Igman. The Igman stuff is what else is in here. You know, honestly, I should have never thrown that Fiocchi ammunition into the, and this is my Glock 17 mag, but I should have never thrown that Fiocchi ammunition. If none of these do that, that'd be kind of funny that I said 104 rounds to get to 300, actually 304, but 4 didn't go bang, so it'll be 300 exactly. So, kind of weird. 4 rounds exactly that did not go bang. So anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna keep shooting the gun. Every one of them, it was hitting the primer. I put the video of the primer in there. You be the judge. You tell me, does it look like it was too lightly hit, or does it look like it was hit that just had hard primers? So I don't know. I don't know if there's something going on. Could be. Totally could be. I'm not going to take it down and clean it because that wouldn't be fair, because every other gun that I've just brought out to the range and shot, I didn't clean them, didn't lube them. So it would only be fair that I do the same with this one and give a fair assessment of it. All I could say, 4 rounds were hit, 4 rounds did not go boom, and it was all the same ammunition. But what I'll do is the next time I bring this to the range, I will just grab 2 boxes of something, or 4 boxes of something different, put another 100, 200 rounds through it, and so I can weed out, make sure it's not the Fiocchi stuff that's doing that. And because maybe there is a problem, maybe it is hitting it light for some reason. I don't know, but I will get back to you on that. We will follow up. Like I said, each time I come to the range, I plan on bringing it and running it and seeing if I can get out to the round count that people were saying they were having problems. But it's a super fun gun to shoot. Hate these sights, but I'm not going to black them out just yet because it's only fair that I leave it stock for the review. But if I do decide to keep it and use it for any purpose, then I certainly will either be changing the sights or blacking those out. But there you have it, folks. I'm out to 300 rounds with maybe 5 or 6 where it was the same Fiocchi ammunition that I think is the problem, but maybe not. Either way, 300 rounds. You be the judge. Bul Axe Cleaver. Thanks so much for watching. Consider going over, donating on my webpage at gsquaretactical.com. Also, you can support me on Patreon, $5 a month. Cancel anytime. And super thanks. I get that money too. And the most important thing, as far as YouTube is concerned, is to make sure you subscribe. Even if you think you are, make sure you double check. And the most important thing, as you already know, is that you know Jesus Christ is your Savior. And if you do not, please, I'm waiting for the day that someone reaches out and says, I don't know, so that I can help you know, because that is the most important thing you can do. Again, thanks so much for watching. And as always, to God be the glory.